Okay, so today, me and Bill flew a kite. Perfect weather to fly a kite. So here's Bill. Oh man. We flew a kite. The kite string was 250 feet, and we let it go all the way. The kite. I walked away from Bill. Didn't like him that much today. Walked away from him as far as I could until I was directly under the kite. That's my body. And I'm looking up. So there I am, looking up at the kite. I'm directly under it, and not approximately 205 feet away from Bill. So we wanted to find what the height of the kite was. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We'll name this our C, this our A, and we'll call this our B. But for this case, we'll change B to h for height. When we write it in, we get a squared plus h squared equals c squared. My A is 205 feet squared. We're looking for our height, h squared equals 250 squared. So when we plug this in, we get 205 squared is?
205 squared is 42,025.
42,025. Yes? H squared, we don't know. 250 squared, Bill?
62,500.
All right. And I trust him because he's got a calculator. I wouldn't trust him if he didn't have a calculator. So we solve for h squared. We get 62,500 minus 40.5. Or
42,025.
And we get trusty calculator.
All right, that's h squared is 20,475. 20475.
There we go. So we haven't still haven't found our h. We need to square it, and we finally get h equals 143 feet. Correct?
That's right.
But we also have to keep in mind that Bill is holding the kite string 3 feet off the ground. So we're going to go ahead and add 3 more feet to this. We get h equals 146. Voila! We know now the height, how high our kite was flown in the air.
Are you sure?
Done. Yeah.
You're positive?
Yeah, of course. We did everything right. You were my trusty calculator.
Well, what I'm worried about is kind of look a little tipsy here. And I think you were a little bit tipsy when you measured this, so I'm going to make sure that you're right. So I'm going to do it a little different way.
Okay.
When you were stumbling over here
All right.
to measure the distance between you and I and where the kite was, I was taking out my level, my protractor, and I measured an angle between the string and a level between, a parallel line of the ground. And I got 35 degrees.
Okay.
And I wasn't tipsy.
There's nothing saying that I was tipsy that day.
So sine, no, except for the picture.
Except for the picture.
Sine of 35 degrees then is equal to the opposite, which is, in our case, h, over the hypotenuse, which we said was 250. I believe both of those. And so what I'm going to do is cross multiply. I'm going to get 250 times the sine of 35 degrees. Let me see what we get when we do that on my calculator. And so sine of 35 degrees times 250 gives me 143.
Exactly what I got.
Exactly right.
I thought so.
See, you were telling me you didn't trust me, and now I wasn't telling I was trusting you. I think I trust you a little bit better.
Well, that's good to know.
So we're going to add the 3, and we'll get the same height.
Yes, sir.
All right. I think we get it. Both different ways.
Sounds good.
All right.